What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Vincent Wolf. Today is Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Gameplay you're watching is Halo 4. Myself and Green Beast are playing through the entire series, and we're loving the co-op action. Number one movie in the country is Secret Life of Pets, which made $50 million, and Ghostbusters is in second, making $46 million, just $4 million shy of the number one spot. If Pets was in its fourth week or not in movie theaters, Ghostbusters would be number one movie. But hopefully this weekend it should be number one movie because Life of Pets is in its third week. So, and plus, most people already seen it. With that said, let's get updated. But first, I want to hit you guys with some front page news. Here are some of the headlines I'm following front page on the NewYorkTimes.com. Baton Rouge shooting jolts a nation on edge. 3 officers were killed and 3 wounded in the attack, which left many wondering whether anger at the police had prompted yet another act of retaliation. Baton Rouge attacks deepens anguish for police. We've seen nothing like this. Law enforcement officials said it has been generations since the nation endured 2 separate episodes in which so many police officers were killed. In the age of ISIS, who's a terrorist and who's simply deranged? An instance of wanton violence has been swiftly judged to be the work of terrorists, even when there's little evidence of direct ties to terrorist groups. President of Turkey triumphs after coup attempt, but Turkey's fate is unclear. President's victory over the uprising may be bolstered his popularity among Islamists, but wider support was not yet certain. And finally, on the eve of the GOP convention, law and order takes the floor. After 3 police officers were fatally shot in the Louisiana, Donald Trump is likely to amplify his law and order campaign theme. Those are some of the headlines I'm looking at on New York Times front page. In gaming news, Xbox exclusive Dead Rising might be coming to PS4. There's no word if the game is a straight port or a remastered version. This Capcom title came out in 2006, and it's about a photographer that gets trapped in the mall during a zombie apocalypse. I personally could not get into the franchise, but it does have some pretty cool, funny DLCs. Now, Capcom can do whatever they want with their game, it's their title, but it just seems to me like they seem to favor more PlayStation. More titles that were Xbox only are now going to PS4. So they did it with Street Fighter, and now it's Dead Rising. Who knows what's next? Also, Pro Smash Brothers player gets dumped by sponsor after he molested a woman during the Evo tournament. The woman said that she fell asleep, waking up to Christian Medina putting his hands up her skirt and down her pants. She told him to stop. He's also really drunk. He didn't want to stop, so she screamed louder until somebody overheard them and then came over and stopped it. What is going on in the world? What is going on in the world? And finally, in gaming news, the always banned in America Berserker will be released in the West, and sooner than you think. It was announced in June. A release for the 2017 on PC and PS4 is now coming this fall between September and November. Berserker is a Japanese anime that's about a young boy who was raised in the army until his uncle tried to kill him. Then he killed his uncle. Then he was running away from the army and fell off a cliff. And then when he got up from falling off the cliff, he was surrounded by wolves. He killed all the wolves, and that's just in the first 10 minutes of the damn anime. So he ends up becoming, the man no one can kill. Like, he just can't die. So it's a really good anime. The games never come out here in America because it's really, really gruesome. So I'm glad to see it come out. I used to play it on Dreamcast, but it was Japanese. But it was a really good game. It has the same game style as Dynasty Warriors, where there's a whole bunch of enemies on the screen. The main character's name is Guts. He carries a really, really big sword called the Dragon Slayer, and you're just cutting down like 5 enemies at a time. It's a really fun game to play. So be on the lookout for that. In movie news, with the success of Ghostbusters being now called a remake, we'll be getting a sequel. With this being the biggest opening of Melissa McCarthy's movies, making a sequel is only the right thing to do. Also, they said that a cartoon series might also be on the way too. So shout outs to those girls. I heard that movie is actually really, really good. Like I was listening to a couple of radio shows and they said that it was really good, better than they expected. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing it. You know, I always wanted to see it. I don't know if I want to see it in the movie theater or I wanted to wait till it come out. But you know, I might go see it in the movie theater. Also, Star Trek's new TV show will be getting next day air on Netflix. You remember those days? Like the good old days, you know, you remember when if you didn't know you'd be able to watch the show that you were waiting to watch, or maybe you forgot to set your DVR. You remember DVRs? Wasn't that? And then you thought, hey, I got Netflix. Netflix shows the show the next day, like Hulu does now. So they're bringing that back just for this show. The new Star Trek is set to air in January and will have 727 episodes. Goddamn. Fans will be able to watch in the US on CBS All Access, which is a video on demand service for $5.99. I'll be watching it on Netflix. So do yourself a favor and watch it on Netflix. If you already have Netflix, there's no point in getting the CBS All Access. So, and lastly, in movie news, Finding Dory sets a massive record. The movie made $445.5 million domestic, beating Shrek 2, but globally it made $721.7 million. And it's not, and it hasn't even been showed in Europe yet, like UK, Italy, Germany. So when it shows there, they said that it's gonna go over $1 billion. Either it's gonna hit $1 billion or go over $1 billion. So shout outs to them. Shout out to Ellen DeGeneres. She made another hit. You know, I like Ellen. Watch her show at 4 o'clock. Movie news, Taylor Swift. Why you always lying? You always lying. Ooh, oh my God. Stop fracking lying. This girl is out here telling ducktales. Shame on you, Taylor. Shame on you. Shame on you. Telling out there telling stories. Come on, girl. So, if you don't know, Kanye West came out with a song called Famous, and she released a statement saying she didn't know he was going to do that, how hurtful, you know, playing the victim. But Kim Kardashian released her Snapchat video of the conversation with Kanye West and Taylor Swift, and her saying that she was okay with it, that she was fine. She heard he said the whole thing to her. She listened to it. She said, that sounds great. I'm on board. He said, hey, I don't want to do this without letting you know because we're friends. You know, I want to get your blessing to do this. And she was all right with it. Then he released a song, and then she's like, oh, I didn't know he was going to do that. That's wrong. You got this man out here looking crazy. Come on. You know, come on. She just lost a whole bunch of credibility. I don't care what anybody says. She lost a whole bunch of credibility. Lying like that. You know, it's not right. Because Kanye West is trying to do the right thing. You know, he's trying to be respectful and trying to, you know, take the right steps. And she out here lying. And also, her lawyers trying to see if they could sue Kanye West and Kim Kardashian for releasing that video because they didn't know that she didn't know she was being recorded. I get that, but it doesn't change the fact that you were lying. People don't like to be recorded because they don't like to lie. they don't want to be caught in a lie, and they're always caught in a lie. And she caught in the biggest lie ever, making this man look crazy, and he doing the right thing. All right, so shout out to Kanye. All right, I have the video in the description. You want to take a look at it and let me know what you think. Also, Michael J. Fox rocks out with some Back to the Future hits with Coldplay of all people. So the lead singer of Coldplay, Chris Martin, his son asked him if he could play a song from their favorite movie, Back to the Future. It's also one of my favorite movies. So he started to play that doo-wop song, Earth Angel. You remember that, Earth Angel, right? That slow jam. And then Michael Fox comes out looking like Marty McFly. And they start rocking out to Johnny Be Good, which is a hot song. If you remember the movie, 1 and 2, when he plays that song, it's hot. Like the way he waited is hot. And then they played it together. Shout outs to MJ Fox doing his thing, not letting his sickness stop him from having fun. Shout outs to that. I always like Michael J. Fox, all his movies, and I enjoyed a couple of his TV shows. Even when he cameos, after his, he came out with, announced that he was sick. So shout outs to him. He's out there enjoying life. I can't be mad at that brother. I want to take time out real quick to let you guys know. My last show I talked about a show to watch for the week was Mr. Robot. And I watched Mr. Robot, and I love that show. There's a lot going on, a lot of drama. It's a really good show. Another show I also watched was Rush Hour. Now, Rush Hour is a show based off the movies with Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. And it's about an Asian cop trying to follow this Asian gang to LA, and he teams up with a LAPD officer to track down this gang. So that's what the movie's about. The show follows, the first episode follows the movie. The whole show is about the franchise. Now, at first I thought it was gonna suck, because usually, not so far, because I always thought, like, if they do a remake, usually remakes suck. But when they do a TV series, they are able to take a wider look at, the story that they're doing and how deep, they can get into it. Because if you look at Rush Hour, it really all happens in a day, or like 1 day or 2 days. That the whole movie, So for them to take this show and be like, all right, we're gonna slow it down, have them do other cases and stuff that tie into what they're doing. They did change the story a little bit, but that's a given. I knew they were going to do that. They always do that with remakes, but it's actually really good. So take the time out. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's not on Hulu. Yeah, it's on Amazon or any video purchasing streaming apps that you have. Check it out. It's a really, really solid show. And first I was like, I was looking at the actors who were replacing Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, and I was like, come on, man, how are they gonna do this? But they actually nail it. Like, they actually do a really, really good job. Only thing I don't understand is why his name is John Wan doesn't have a gun for some. He always uses martial arts, but it's really funny, really, really funny. Really good action too, because usually a lot of TV shows don't have martial art action in it, like this one does. Most of them don't have it. Like Blind Spot has some martial art, but not like this, because the fight direction in this is really, really good, really, really good. So if you get a chance, check it out. Also, I got a quote of the week. Every Monday I'm going to do a quote of the week. All right, to make you guys, think about stuff and you take it how you want to take it. All right, here's the quote from Buddha: "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." I'm gonna say that one more time. All right, do not dwell on the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. That comes from Buddha. All right. because your mind's everywhere. You got to focus in the moment. Sometimes we miss those little moments. All right. That's the quote of the week. That's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I highly appreciate you guys tuning in yet again to my show, hearing me talk about what's going on in the world. Every week, I'm going to be doing it Monday to Thursday. And every day of that week, I'm going to give you a different thing of the week. Today was a quote from Buddha. And tomorrow will be a game of the week. And then Wednesday will be song of the week. Thursday will be TV show or movie of the week. So be on the lookout for those. Also, I'm taking a little break from the paranormal world until I'm able to get better gear, because I want it to be as top notch as possible. So I've been looking at some paranormal stuff that I'll be able to get, but that's later down the line. Right now I want to focus on this show and make this show the best show I possibly can make it. Right now this show is longer than before. It's about 8 to 10 minutes longer than it usually is. It's almost 20 minutes. So thank you guys for sticking with me. You know, I'm trying to make it into a little radio show. You know, hopefully I get some music in there. Usually radio shows, they do, you know, what I do for 20 minutes, and then they play a couple of songs for like a half hour. Then they come back and say the same thing, or give you like one or two new things, and then play some more music, and then talk about random stuff like I do now, and then play some more music, and then close out the show. That's what I've been noticing about the show when I was doing my research. So I'm not doing that, of course, because I can't play music, except for the music in the background that's non-copyrighted. But hopefully one day I get my own radio show somewhere hot. Hot. And I'll be able to play music. And if I was play music, I'll probably play, well, I will play everything. I will play everything from 80s pop to 90s hip hop and R&B to 2000s rock and alternative. Play everything under the sun. But some of the new rap, though, the new music now is just weird. It's just weird. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please, if you're new watching the show, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, click a like, and always remember, guys, keep betting on the Wolves.